reste derrière lui pour Foot. Foot le lancer, arrête Primo. Retour, autre arrête Primo.
Ullinen now back the other way. Breakaway feed, actually Ullinen held onto it. Ullinen a shot off the glove of Lindgren and in! Yes, Ullinen has snuck it through Charlie Lindgren.
Nikou maintient, voilà belle zèle à Nikou. Profondément, il s'avance devant le filet entre les pilars. Voilà le tir et le but!
Well, getting to it, spinning around to Bandonado, comes out in front, quick shot, and they score! Quick feed from behind the net, and in front of the net was Martel, bangs it inside the back post.
This video is brought to you by Toilettage Pataplouf.
Everything that happens is motivation. Everything that happens is motivation. I regard the work of motivation the most important work in the history of man. Everything that happens is motivation. Everything that happens is motivation.
Hi, welcome to the Rocket Man podcast. Today is Sunday, April 16th, and got good news. The Rocket are in the playoffs. If we go back just a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, it was looking abysmal. I have to say it was looking abysmal. It wasn't looking great. We'd have to win every single game. We went on a roll. We did 8 out of 9 games we won, 8 of the last 9. And we made it into playoffs because Cleveland, had lost on Wednesday. And was it Wednesday or Friday? I think it was Friday. Anyways, doesn't matter. We're in the playoffs. That's all that matters. So I brought back today the number one Rocket fan, Matthew Moses, just to do, I guess, a little recap on the season and to talk a little bit about the playoffs and the expectations about the playoffs. How you doing, Matthew?
I'm doing good.
Good. You see you're outside? Looking good out there?
Yeah, beautiful day outside. 20 degrees. It's amazing here. On my balcony, have the light, got some water, some pickles. I love pickles, and yeah.
Good. So, so what do you think about this last 9 games that we won 8 of them?
Oh, I knew we were going to win those. I knew right away. Like, I know I'm sounding confident, but our team was different compared to the first half of the season until now. Yeah. Like, that's what I think. I think we got stronger and tougher by New Year's, and then we started winning games ever since.
Yeah. For sure, the starting of the season wasn't that great. I can't remember how bad it started off, but I mean, even if you think about last year, like I said, Kevin Poulin really got us into the playoffs the last, 10 games or so. He was going crazy. So I knew it was probably going to come down to the end of the season. What stood out to you about this season?
What?
What stood out to you about this season?
I think season was great this year. At the beginning, I thought we weren't going to be close to the playoffs. Like, when we had Barron and all those guys. And then, for example, I thought we were the softest team in the start of the season. We weren't physical. We were too soft. Like that. Let's put it that way. Ever since Parker Jones came to the lineup, our team got tougher. And then we got McKay. We got some guys that are not scared to drop the gloves. Like, when you want to win games, you got to play physical. You got to play rough. You got to play tough. You can't play soft, or you're going to lose games. You
Yeah,
can't
that's
like
true.
push around.
That's right. You know, people are going to say that fighting doesn't have its place in hockey, and that's okay. But it is a physical sport. So either way, you're going to get pushed around, and when you get pushed around, you have to have people who are going to push back to show them that we're not going to get pushed around, right? So for sure, it's going to make it harder to play against if you have that on your team. Also, with the season that the Canadians had, a lot of injuries. We had a lot of call-ups, right? So S.A. Lonin, Alex Belzil, Raphael Harvey-Pinard, even Pizzetta and Evans, they're ex-Rockets. So, they're all going up all the time. So that's what makes it super hard about the Rocket is that it's inconsistent. You know what I mean? People up, people down, and so it's always, and surprisingly, we still managed to make the playoffs. Excuse me. So did any one game in particular stand out to you this year?
The game that stood out to me that probably got everything going, I think, was the game before, like the 2 games before New Year's when we played Syracuse. It was physical. That showed like we destroy Syracuse like 7-something. We could beat any team. We also beat Hershey. Like I think we could beat every team in the league. But the game that stood out the most was probably the Syracuse game, the last game, and also during New Year's that game as well.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. The game that stood out for me was just last week. It was the most important game of the season against the Cleveland Monsters. They couldn't have let that game go, right? And then they couldn't have let it go because it was really make or break to make the playoffs, right? You're going against a team that you have to have the points advantage on, and you're leading in the third period by 2 goals, and you end up giving up that game in regulation time, right? So that game for me was really like, I thought, I'm going to admit, my hopes were a little diminished when we lost that game, right? But, like I said, they pulled through it. They won 8 out of the last 9, so we got lucky they lost, and we made the playoffs, right? So now we know the first they're going to play is against the Comet. It's going to be on Wednesday at the Place Bell. Beg your pardon?
It's going to be such an easy matchup. We could beat Utica so easily. We beat them almost every game we played them this year.
Yeah, well, that's why I was happy when we played them Syracuse on Saturday, because I was listening to the radio and they were saying that Syracuse and Laval didn't win one game this season. So I was like, well, perfect. This is what we needed, right? So we had Syracuse coming in, and they haven't won a game in Laval. So I was like, this is perfect for us. And what happens? Well, we beat them again. So, and we made their goalie, the first goalie, I don't know who it was in the first period, man. But he just, 4 goals on 8 shots, I think it was, and bye-bye. So okay, so now the season is done. Now we wait. Excuse me. You were mentioning to me that the Rockets' attendance was pretty good this year?
Yeah, I was actually going on my phone right now, and I'm going to tell you, we finished 5th in league average attendance this year with 7,647, the most we ever had a season per game. And I'm telling you, when Place Bell is packed, it's like a party. It's fun. I love seeing the Upper Bowl sold out. I love to. Like, I know Cleveland, they led the league in attendance, but they lie actually about attendance. They add like 2,000 tickets, because if you buy Cavalier tickets, like a package, they'll give you some monster tickets.
Yeah. And go ahead.
Yeah. Like, I think when Place Bell is packed, the players play hard, and that's how we win.
Yeah. And the last game of the season on Friday was fan appreciation night, I guess. And well, to show our appreciation, we sold out and we did more because they added extra row on the top bowl. They added foldable chairs, and they sold, I guess an extra 200 tickets.
Yeah.
So.
And they're doing that for the playoffs as well. I saw on Ticketmaster they're adding the extra row again. But I don't get it something. Last year, why didn't they do that last season for last playoffs? They could have done that easily for the East Conference Finals.
Yeah, they have the room to do it, so why not do it all the time in the playoffs, right?
Install seats. They should install seats there next year to add every game.
I mean, if you're selling the tickets, why not, right? But I guess like on a Wednesday night, they're never going to sell those.
Oh no, it's sold out the game already. It's already sold out the playoff game Wednesday night. And
I know, but I'm just saying like on a regular Wednesday night during the season, they're not going to sell those seats in the
no,
so.
for sure they won't. No, depending who we play and how big the game is.
Yeah. So like you were just saying, so what happens if you are a season ticket holder? You have a pre-sale for the game on Wednesday, which went on this morning. I think it was 9 a.m. And then after at 12 o'clock, they go on sale for the general public. And I think within 20 minutes, it was all sold out already. So it's going to be crazy. Everybody's going to be wearing the white shirts. This is the one from last year that I'm wearing right now, the Calder Cup playoffs 2022. So I think they're going to be giving out T-shirts again this year. They're going to want everybody in white. So you're wearing a white shirt?
Look, I want a Calder Cup so badly. I want that championship hat. Wearing the city. Like I think this is our year. I'm going to be going to all the games this year, like last year in the playoffs on the road. And I just want to send a message to all the fans, like I did on Facebook today. I just want to see a lot of Rocket jerseys on the road. I don't want to just be me, my friend Kevin in Utica. I want to be like a lot of people from law. I want them to take off work, aspirate work off, go see the Rocket play on the road. We need your support for this playoff run, home and road. And it's fun when I see Rocket jerseys on the road. It makes me happy because I've been doing it since day one, and I was the first fan to go see him play on the road from Laval. And I want to see more fans follow in my footsteps and go see them play on the road because the road games are fun. I don't just base it on hockey. I base it on other things like baseball, food shopping, traveling, road trips, Dunkin' Donuts, like everything. And you got friends wherever I go.
It's a road trip, right? It's like you're going on vacation for the weekend, let's say. So let's say if they're playing there, I think they're playing Friday and Saturday. I think they're playing over there. You know what I mean? So
leaving at 1 o'clock Friday to go down to Utica, and let's hope I get permission from work. Even though I know I will get permission from work, but I hope we sweep them in two. If not, if we lose Wednesday, we're gonna play Saturday, guarantee, and we're gonna beat them. I'm confident this playoffs.
Yeah, no, I mean, I have a good feeling too. You know, look at the past couple of games they played on the road. I think they didn't lose one game on the road. So I mean, they're on a momentum swing right now. You know what I mean? They're going into the playoffs on a high note. So is that what you guys say?
Yeah, but the problem is when they have the lead, they always find a way for the other team to come back and be down by one goal. That's my thing that they got to work on, and I think they got to learn when you have the lead. Don't get too comfortable with it. Score more goals. Don't let them score goals and try and catch up to you. Mm-hmm. Don't let them catch up because that's been happening to the Rockets for the last couple of games. Remember? They get the lead and the other teams almost catch up to them in the third or second.
Yeah, but that's any hockey team basically. Every time you'll get a 2-goal advantage, you'll see they'll take their foot off the gas. They're like, okay, let's breathe a bit. But once you take your foot off the gas, that's when the other team applies the pressure, score a quick goal. Now you only got a 1-goal lead, and anything can happen, right? So that's why when it happened in against Cleveland, when we had a 4-2 lead, I mean, they scored those 3 goals, like, it was crazy fast. Boom, 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 boom. And we're like, oh, now we're down. Now we have to play catch up, right? So, yeah. But, sorry?
I think, the thing is, also playoffs, it's a bit hard because you have a lot of pressure also from the big clubs. You're going to have Ken Hughes there, Gordon, whatever his name is, Marcin Lee watching you. Because look, how you perform in playoffs, you could get a spot in the Habs. Like, Harvey Pinard, he's going to be a lock for the Montreal Canadiens next season, I think. Top 6, I think. He'll be a top 6, top 7. He'll be good. And also, I'm just excited for Wednesday because I love Placerville in the playoffs. I think, we're a playoff city. I just love the support the Rocket are getting ever since last year's playoff run. It's, unbelievable. And I remember, every game I went to, I always complained to Patrick about the attendance, and now there's nothing to complain about because we're always selling out, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's good, and I was looking at people are going to say Cleveland lost, right? Because I think the Blue Jackets did a lot of call-ups. You know what I mean? So they didn't have a full roster, but I mean that's the AHL, right? I mean Laval has to deal with it. They have to deal with it. So it's they're not the only ones that have to deal with it. Every AHL team has to deal with it. And I mean, even with the roster depleted roster, the Laval still got through. And yeah, so Raphael Harvey Pinard. Let's talk about that guy. That guy. For sure is going to be in the Canadiens organization next year. I mean, he went up, and already he was on the first line, right? So I mean, it's got to say something when you go from the AHL to the first line in the NHL. Him and well, I don't think Belzil's coming back either.
Also, like, for example, the Devils, they're in the playoffs against the Rangers, so I have a feeling they're going to call guys up from Utica. Toronto, if we play Toronto, they got guys called up, like I think their goalie.
Yeah.
So that's good news for us, I think.
Yeah.
And we can beat Toronto easily. We beat them before, right? Look.
Well, we just beat them last week, right? So there you go. I mean, no, we can beat every team. It's just,
I think after that, we could beat Rochester or Syracuse. And then any team in the West, East, like their division, the Atlantic, they're going to be scared of us, like last year. Everyone thought, we're going to get pounded by Springfield. We took them to 7. Even though we lost, but we stayed in the fight.
Yeah, no, I mean, you always have to have a winner and a loser, right? I mean, unless you win every game, I mean, but yeah, no, of course we can. I mean, look, last year we beat Syracuse in the playoffs, right? We beat Rochester in the playoffs, so I mean, it's doable. If we get there, we can for sure do it. Caden Primo, these last couple of games, listen, I think he had an average of 40 saves a game for the past 3 games. I think he made 42, 39, and I think 41 saves in the last 3 games. So, yes, sometimes he looks a little off, where a goal is going to go in and you're going to be like, but I mean, he still comes back with a great performance and ends up keeping Laval in it. You know what I mean? The last game, he was the first star. So, I mean, yeah.
Who would you go with in the playoffs? Which goalie, Poulet or Primo?
No, you have to go with Primo because he's got you there in the last 8 games, 9 games, right? You know what I mean? It's like last year. Poulet got us there, so we tried Poulet in the playoffs. Then it didn't work. So now you go with Primo on Wednesday. If it doesn't work, then you can try putting Poulet if you feel necessary. You know what I mean? If Primo has a bad game, you can come back with Poulet, you know? If he has a good game but they still lose, well, you got to go with Primo, right?
Yeah, exactly. And also, we need some toughness in the lineup tonight. I think they should dress McKay.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I didn't see him the last game, but I was realizing that Pinard came down and Yolonen came down and Schumann came down. So I was like, they probably had to make room in the lineup. So they probably took McKay out. And I was like, wow.
It made a huge difference. Like, it made a huge difference having those guys down with the Rocket.
No, yeah, for sure. For sure made a huge difference. But like I say, Riley McKay is like, one of my favorite guys on the team because he brings that gritness and he brings that, attitude showing he wants to be there. He's playing with heart. He's, you know what I mean? He's from the Three River Lions, so he doesn't want to go back, But I understand that you got those guys coming down from the Canadiens, so you have to make room in the lineup, right? But we'll see. I don't know. I think right now what they're playing with is great. I mean, Yolonen, you got Heineman is doing great. I mean, everybody. They're all playing. They're clicking right now. So you got to go with what's working.
I like him. He's good. He has good shot, good skills. He's a great addition to our team. But also, like, the thing, like, I'll be honest, like, I just hope we don't get eliminated because I love these road trips for the playoffs. Like, especially the playoff road trips, they're the most fun.
Yeah.
Wake up in the morning, I'm on my balcony having some coffee. Then I go with my dad to wherever they're playing. A 5-hour drive. Every year it was like 5-hour drive almost to every town where we played in, and like playoffs are the best. Playoff hockey I love a lot. I find it physical. Everything counts.
Well, that's it. You're playing because you know that if you just give up one game, it's like it could be over for you. You know what I mean? Especially the 2 of 3. I mean, you have to win that first game. I mean, we can't go to. I mean, we could, but we can't go there down 1-0 because we're facing elimination the first game that over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. I've been to Yuka's Arena. It's a really hard place to play. It's always packed. The fans also do a whiteout there as well in Utica. I'm going to be there for sure. Everyone knows that. I have my ticket already. I'm not telling you how I got my ticket, but I'm going to be there Friday and Saturday if Saturday happens. But I'm going to be there Friday.
Yeah, I think you posted the list of the attendance. Didn't they have like the first? Aren't they the first?
Yeah.
Were they the first, anyways? So they must have a great crowd over there too.
Oh, they do. They do. They do. It's a small arena, and it's a hockey town, Utica. Like, I love it when they chant Utica, Utica. It's like, it's amazing. It's amazing atmosphere.
That's why we have to get behind. You know, I don't know if people realize how much of a difference the crowd can be, especially in the playoff game, right? I mean, that game on Friday, the atmosphere was crazy. Like, I mean, when they started screaming, "Let's go Rocket!" Like, yo,
I loved it. I loved it. And I saw even behind the net, they had these kids. They had Harvey Pinard painted on their stomach, on their. They took off their shirts and they had like Harvey. It had Pinard 11 written on them. It was so funny.
Yeah, it was good. Cool. I seen that. You see the guy with the cape? Like, he had a cape. He had his face painted. It's good.
The face paint. Yeah, I saw that too. But I wasn't nervous. I was only nervous that game about the Cleveland score because we could have faced Cleveland also in the first round, and I would have to drive 9 hours down the road to Cleveland.
A little further, yeah. Doesn't matter it doesn't matter who we go against as long as we get behind them on Wednesday. Wednesday is what counts right now. The first game we have to really get that in the bag. You know what I mean?
If we win Wednesday, I'm not going to be nervous. Friday, I'm just going to be going to Utica like the regular season game, probably humiliate them in front of their fans, and make them all go home sad, their fans.
That's the goal, right?
And then come home Montreal, go to work until maybe a Wednesday, and then Thursday I'll be back on the road to Toronto.
Yeah, because if we win, then we start on the road again in Toronto.
Oh, yeah. All the series, we're going to be on the road. Every series we play, we're starting on the road, I think. Depending who we play, but
I think so too because we finished at the bottom, so you know what I mean. But hey, we're in there, and that's all that matters, right? And you take it one game at a time. And these guys, they know they've been there before. But
I think we are the best team in our division.
In the division,
yeah.
Like Toronto had a crazy year. I mean, you can't take that away from them, right? But I mean, look what we did to them on Wednesday. I think Monday, Wednesday, and then Friday. Yeah. So Wednesday we played Toronto.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm lost in my days, bro. But anyways, we beat them 6-3. So Toronto I'm not worried about Toronto. But then again, they didn't, whatever. They didn't play, they didn't try because they don't need to. They're already at the top of the standings and they're already in the playoffs a long time ago. So I don't know if they just rolled over for us and let us, but hey, I'll take it, right?
Playoff hockey. I love seeing like local celebrities at the game. Like, I love seeing that. And I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of that in Laval. Like, just like last playoffs when we saw some celebrity. I saw like this kid, I don't know, this guy. People were taking photos with him. I was like, who the hell is that guy? Like, probably, I don't know who he is. Probably a rapper or something. Like, you see celebrities that I don't even know of, because mostly the French celebrities. They show up in these games to support because this is our only team in Montreal now.
Even I mean, the hockey players, like, so last game, Guillaume Latendresse was there. And the game before that, Francis Bouillon was there. Last year, in the beginning of the playoffs, I saw Gia Full's dad is Régent Hull. He used to play for the Canadians, right? he was there. I saw him. Just a lot of boxers. There's some boxers that go. Jean Pascal has been there.
But the thing is, like, I want people to see, like, I'm like the number one fan, and I do want people come up to me and ask me questions in Place Bell, and I'm always happy to answer their questions or take photos with people. But it's just I'm a shy person sometimes.
I mean, it's like you're there. It's like any celebrity, right? They're there to watch the game. You're there to watch the game to support the team. I've been to Canadian games where they have celebrities that are there, and I mean people going down asking them for autographs. It's like the guy's there to watch the hockey game. Let him watch the game. You know what I mean? It's like all these other celebrities. It's just they're there to have a good time and watch a game. Like I've never been a part of that fan where like, oh, hey, what's his name is here? Let's go take a picture with them. The guy is there enjoying a game. Let him enjoy the game. You know what I mean? If you catch him outside later,
they want to go watch the game. It's like if I was a celebrity and I went to a hockey game, I want to just go watch. Like I don't want to be harassed by fans like lined up wanting my autographs during the second period. We'll say.
Listen, I went to a Montreal Canadiens game, and I was sitting down beside the seat beside me was a French stand-up comic. His name is Mike Ward, and I swear to God, people were coming down in the aisles during the game and like talking to him and like, hey, can I take a picture? And like, yo, the game's going on, and the people are lining up. It's like, go sit down, watch the game. Like, what are you doing? During the intermission or something, catch them outside. You know what I mean?
It's like, for example, when Primo's father goes to the games, I don't bug him at all.
I never seen him. I never even seen him. I never seen him at a game.
That's on the road usually. Like Lehigh Valley.
Like he's American.
But we always say hi to each other because they know I'm the number one fan, and they know me already. Like they're a nice guy. I know they're there to watch the game. Like for example, in Syracuse last Saturday, we'll say. I was at the game. I sat with the players' parents, the girlfriends. I actually sat with Poulet's girlfriend and his kids at the game. Yeah. Tickets were right next to my tickets. If anything ever happened to them, I would have protected his kids and his girlfriend. For sure. And also, I sat with McKay's father. He was right behind me.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And Strubal's cousin was right next to my grandfather. They were just talking the whole time about like hockey and all that. And the cousin was like wanting to know more about the league. So I just like how the whole family gets together on the road. We're all like supporting the team. Like I really hope to see Riley McKay's father there. I have his card. I think I don't know what. I hope he's gonna be in Laval Wednesday night to see his son in the playoffs.
Well, I hope he's in there. I mean, I hope Rodney McKay gets in the lineup, you know what I mean? And if not, I can understand, you know what I mean? I understand why he's not there, but I'd like to see him play. I'd like to see him get in those playoff games. He wasn't there last year, so.
That's all I'm thinking of this week. Like last night, I couldn't get much sleep because I was like worrying, okay, who are we going to face? Rochester, Utica. Like I got no sleep around 1 o'clock last night just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Like it was bugging me, and then I'm like, because I'd rather face Rochester because I like the city, but Utica is an easier path to Toronto.
I'll take the easiest way. I don't care where they play. As long as the easiest way to the top, I'll take it. You know what I mean? Because would you imagine, like, if they won the championship, what it would be like in Laval?
Look, I would just be amazing. I know the team would give me a ring. I know that. Championship hat I would get for sure. The T-shirt. It would be amazing.
No,
for sure. I would they would let me keep the Calder Cup for a day. If they did, that'd be a bonus.
That'd be sick, huh? You have your day with it.
I dedicate a lot of stuff to Laval Rocket, and for sure they would get me a ring. I know that for sure because I'm the number one fan. I go on the road the most, see them play. My family gives a lot of money to the team for stuff. Like, yeah, but it's not easy to get the Calder Cup. Like last year was our closest, but look, Springfield was the better team.
Yeah, I mean, we still took them to 7 games, right? And then it was our first time in the playoffs in Laval's history, right? So I don't think they made the Calder Cup playoffs since they were in Hamilton. So I mean, that was like 10 years ago.
Last
So
year was
yes,
such a ride. Like, just, it was amazing. Every day feeling good, going on the road, seeing them play. It was fun. Like, I just wish it never ended. I wish it never ended. I had the Chicago all booked, ready to go, but then we couldn't go because we lost. It was
oh
all
yeah.
booked, everything ready
So
to.
you go to the games in Laval there. Is it just you and your dad that have the tickets there, or what?
Yeah, me and my dad, we go together at home and we go on the road. Sometimes my mom will go on the road with me, depending if my dad can't go, because it's tax season now for him. Or my grandfather, I'll take my grandfather, lives in my building.
Yeah.
He will also come with me because he loves going on the road. So I wish my
They're,
grandfather would join me, but his wife has, that's my grandmother, she has a disease where she gets dizzy a lot, so he has to be there for her.
okay.
I have to
Yeah. No.
respect that. But she always
Oh, of
wants him to
course.
go, but he wants to be with her, and I think that's the right thing, to be there for your wife.
Well, yes, for sure, of course. I mean, health above all, right? And if she needs him, then it's better that he stays there, right?
Yeah. Like, I just hope, I actually hope they do this. I hope, I actually, sorry, it's just like a car revving their engine. It's like, but anyways, I hope outside Plasbel, they should do like something like Jurassic Park. They should have a big screen, like in the outside of the rink, and people that can't go into the rink, they should at least stand outside and have some like drinks, food, and they can watch the game on the big screen. They should do
Yes.
that, I think, and also
I was
like,
just saying that the last game. I went outside because Mia had season ticket with my brother and 2 of my friends, and they smoke cigarettes. So we went outside, and I was like, man, it's so nice outside. It was so warm. I was like, I wish they just had a big screen. I would put up a lawn chair right there, sit outside, and just relax. And a cool, breezy night, nice night. It wasn't hot, it wasn't cold. It was perfect.
Springfield did. That's what Springfield did at the MGM. They had a big
Yeah.
screen there. When they were in Laval, they sat outside. They all watched the game in a big group. Laval should do that. Imagine how many people
Yeah.
actually go.
Well, it's like last year when they went into the playoff in the away game. We all went into the Place Bell and they filled up like, I don't know, 1,000 seats or whatever. And we all watched it on the jumbotron there. You know what I mean?
I wonder if you guys saw me on the TV. Me and my dad center ice in the red jerseys. I wonder if you guys saw us on TV.
Oh, probably did. Yeah. I can't remember it, but I'm pretty sure I seen was it maybe Kevin?
But I'll be honest. Syracuse, the crowd wasn't that great. It was like a regular season crowd. I was shocked. I was like, this is the playoffs, and they're drawing like 3,000-4,000 in the playoff game. Like, come on. And then
Oh,
you come
really?
to
Yeah.
Laval, and we're getting 10,000 off the bat.
On a Wednesday night.
No, Syracuse on a Friday, Saturday, but they should.
No, but I'm just saying, you're going to a game where there's only 3,000 people on a Friday, Saturday, and Laval gets 10,000 on a Wednesday night. You know what I mean? It's like crazy.
Even a Monday, we'll get 10,000 in the playoffs. Anytime we'll get 10,000, even over 10,000, we'll draw. Even if we played Bell Center, we could probably get like 15,000 in the playoff game. But that's not.
I've always said that Montreal has the craziest fans, so I guess it comes down to Laval also, that we're very passionate.
Oh yeah. We got the best fans in the league. I'm saying like, of all the fans, we got the best fans, the most passionate fans in the league, the most diehard hardcore fans. Like even Rochester, they got good fans. Like when I went there, they drew like 8,500 for a regular season game, the biggest crowd. But we got better fans. Like our fans, when we need them, they're always there for the team.
Yeah, I can't I've never been on a road, and I wanted to go to Belleville a couple of times, and it just hasn't happened because I work or whoever I want to go with works. So, we never made it happen. But nope, I still haven't gone to an away game, and hopefully they make it further into the playoffs, and I can catch one game at least on the road. And
Yeah, but Toronto, you should do Saturday game, because game 2 will be on Saturday if we make it there.
Yeah. Well, See, like I said, so game 1 is on Wednesday. Then game 2 and 3 are Friday and Saturday, right? So what you do is you book a hotel for Friday night and Saturday in Utica, and you go there. You see the first game, sleep there.
I'm staying with the team or with my cousins. Most likely with the team. My dad goes. I'll be leaving probably Thursday morning, like early in the morning. Take maybe Highway 2 all the way down like to Kingston and drive all the way to Toronto. And my friend Eric and Daniel, they're going to be really happy to see me in Toronto for the playoffs. We're hoping Laval wins, so I get my Toronto trip. It'll be amazing. I love going to Toronto. A big city. I can even bring my electric scooter I have in the house there, as you rode today.
Yeah.
In Toronto. We stay. I'm not telling the hotel. Probably some fans know where we stay from that bus they did. I was happy the fans stayed with us. I'll just say that. But I think a Toronto Laval series would be crazy, but it wouldn't be the same feeling like a Montreal Toronto series.
Yeah. It's not. It's the same and it's not the same, right? Because it's the two farm teams, and Montreal has a rivalry with Toronto, and Laval needs to have a rivalry with Toronto. But
Toronto doesn't draw much like we do.
no, I don't. I don't know. Like I said, I feel the crowd is enough. You know what I mean? Even if it's, I don't know, let's say we have 4,000 fans, it seems like there's more because it's so loud in there. And
I want it to be really loud on Wednesday. I want Place Bell to be loud. I want the fans to show up. I want them to show their enthusiasm for a team. I just want all the support the Laval Rocket could get. Because as the number one fan, it makes me happy to see all these fans go to the games, and it just brings joy to my face.
Yeah.
It brings joy to me.
I like seeing the kids, the little kids, who walk around with the jerseys, because that's the future. So when dad grows up, the kids are going to grow up. They're still going to be fans. You know what I mean? And you keep it going generation after generation. So that's how it is with the Canadians, right? I mean, my father was a fan. I became a fan. So it's the same thing with Laval. I'm a fan. I try to get my kids into it. My kids don't want to know nothing about hockey for some reason, but
Look,
what can you do? You know what I
our
mean?
focus for Laval Rocket is mostly the younger generation, Generation Z. Is usually the small generation, the kids, because that's our future. Like we want like to make it a family-friendly game in Laval. We want the families to enjoy themselves. We want people who never saw hockey to attend the games and see a Rocket game. How fun they are! They're more fun than the Habs games.
Yeah, and then it's yes, it's the hockey for sure, but I mean also, you have the activities too, right? So you can draw a sign. You have the plinko. You have take a picture with a green screen. You have all these activities too. It's not just, it's the whole ambiance that we have there that makes it special, right? It's not you just going there, sitting in your seat and watching a game. I mean, during the intermission, there's the DJ, there's the bands every Friday night, the series concert. There's a whole bunch of things going on that make it special like that, right? It's not just go sit there, pay your ticket and watch a game and go home after.
Yeah, and the thing also, like, I find the crowd, they want to be involved in the game a lot. Like, with the taunting, the cheering. I love that. The booing. I love all that.
They always calling out the goalie's name, and they'll say Lindgren, Lindgren.
In Laval, a goalie likes that. Hoffer, he loves when the fans taunt his name because it's fuel to him. He loves it. Goalies love that. They love it's fun to them. It's actually fun for them.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways,
it is.
All right, so I can't. Do you have anything you want to say? I can't let this drag on too much. I gotta go take care. Yeah.
I just want to see all you Laval Rocket fans come support us this playoffs. I want to see a lot of Rocket jerseys on the road. I want to see it crazy in Laval, but just don't throw any beer on the ice, okay? If a ref makes a bad call, don't throw anything on the ice. It makes us look bad. Because us, the Rocket fans, we have class. I don't want people that think we have no class. I want everyone to be on their best behavior. Cheer, taunt the goalie's name, but don't throw stuff on the ice. Don't start fights in the stands. Just go there and have a fun time. And also, when we put on the road, try come support us on the road also, because I will be there 100% at every road game, and I would love to see lots of red or white Rocket jerseys on the road.
Yeah, the more on the road. I mean, just imagine going there and you guys are one third of the audience is Rocket fans. Like, you kidding? You know what I mean? It's like when I'm going to take an example. It's like when the Canadians play in Ottawa. It's always like half Senator fans and half Canadians fans. So it's, sometimes they're going against each other, and you get, like, when the Canadians score a goal in Ottawa, sometimes it's louder than when Ottawa scores a goal. So it's always great to see fans away from the home, arena. Like I said, me personally, I haven't been yet. I hope I get the chance to go. So I'm going to have to say good evening for tonight, because I have a baby that's crying and I can hear it through my headset.
Yeah.
Getting on my nerves. So thank you again, Matthew.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Yeah, I hope we can maybe do this more often. And like I said, I'm trying to get more guests. I've asked a couple of people, they don't want, and it's fine with me. But I don't want to just do the show always by myself, because it's going to get boring, right? So
Maybe we
I have to
can
switch it up sometimes.
podcasts when I'm on the road for the playoffs, or Utica or Toronto. Most likely Toronto. I could do a podcast thing with you.
Yeah, for sure.
From Toronto, from the hotel where the team stays.
I am down with that for sure. Maybe like we can do a special playoffs, when you're over there on Friday or
and
something.
I can get probably some of the Rocky guys to come on and just say hi if you want.
Yeah.
If it's possible.
Yeah. If possible, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right now, I just like to shoot the shit. The season's done, so I don't think I'm going to do too much in the off season unless there's trades that involve the Rocket.
But I feel like I'm part of the team since day one, because I'm like their number one fan. So I feel I'm like part of the team. That's how I feel.
Good, perfect. It's. I mean, as long as you're there supporting the team and you got to do what you got to do. I mean, I'm fine with it, right? So I'm going to see you on Wednesday, and we're going to leave it like that. So have a good evening.
Yeah, you too.
Take it easy, Matthew, and let's go Rocket.
Yeah,
I want to see you guys go all the way.
Oh, we're going for Calder. This is the year to Rocket. Anyway,
That's right. All right, take it easy.